Good evening. We'd like to call this meeting to order, please.
Adequate notice of this meeting was provided and published in the Asbury Park Press, the Ocean Star, on January 7th, 2022. Copies of the agenda were provided to the newspapers, posted on the public bulletin boards, and on the Township website.
Thank you. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Here.
Councilwoman Zapsik.
Here.
Councilman DeYoung.
Here.
Councilman Pontiero.
Here.
Councilman Ambrosino.
Here.
Vice President Crate.
Here.
President Menachino.
Here. Thank you. And we'd like to stand, please, and salute the flag in a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Madam, can I get a motion in a second to approve the minutes for December 13th meeting?
Motion.
Second. Thank you. Mr. Mayor, can you
Call.
come up to the podium? Oh, roll call,
call.
sorry.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Zapsik.
Abstain.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Pontiero.
Abstain.
Councilman Ambrosino.
Yes.
Vice President Crate.
Yes.
President Menachino.
Yes. Thank you. Let's try it again. Mr. Mayor, thank you. Can I also call up a Lauren Zigband? Did I get that right? Thank you.
Each year, the International United Miss Pageant hosts a scholarship-style pageant that aims to celebrate girls and women for their accomplishments and seeks to foster positive self-image while encouraging them to be involved in their local communities and give back to society. One such person to compete in this pageant is Brick Township's own Lauren Zigband. Lauren has competed for the past 4 years, and this September was crowned International United Miss New Jersey Teen, which will allow her to compete at internationals in July of 2023 in Orlando, Florida. Lauren is currently a freshman at High Point University in North Carolina, majoring in media production and entrepreneurship. At school, Lauren is a member of the Hillel, Circle K, High Point University Vision, and the women's club soccer team, and enjoys making and editing films around campus. In addition to all of her activities, Lauren volunteers with numerous organizations and established Lauren's Lunches, a program in which she makes and distributes bag lunches at homeless shelters, which is also her platform for the International United Miss competition. For all of these reasons, I, John G. Ducey, the Mayor of the Township of Brick in the County of Ocean and the State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim tomorrow, Wednesday, December 28th, 2022, to be Lauren Zigband Day, and I ask that all citizens of Brick, New Jersey, to please join me in congratulating Lauren and wishing her the best in her July competition. Congratulations.
Thank you. This brings us to our consent agenda.
All matters listed under item consent agenda will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. If discussion is desired on any item, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately.
Thank you. Resolution 4-1.
Authorized memorandum of agreement, Transport Workers Union, TWU, Local 22.
Thank you. Councilwoman Zapsik.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes a memorandum of agreement for a 4-year contract with the Transport Workers of America, the bargaining unit that represents the Township's blue-collar workers. The cost of contract represents a 6% increase. Thank you.
Thank you. Resolution 4-2.
Authorized memorandums of agreement, Teamsters Local Unit 469, guards and supervisors.
Thank you. Councilwoman DeYoung.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes memorandums of agreement for 4-year contracts with the Teamsters Local Union number 469, representing the supervisors and the Township's crossing guards. The cost of contract represents a 6% increase.
Thank you. 4-3, please.
Authorized memorandum of agreement, Brick
Councilman Ambrosino, please.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes a memorandum of agreement for a 4-year contract with the Police Benevolent Association, Local 230, the bargaining unit that represents the Township's police officers and command staff. The cost of contract represents a 6% increase.
Thank you. Resolution 4-4.
Authorize budget transfer.
This resolution authorizes a budget transfer into an accumulated absence liability trust fund, which the Township CFO does each year to ensure availability of funds. Resolution 4-5.
Authorize submission of grant application with county, Title III-E Senior Caregiver Grant, Title III-B Senior Outreach Grant, and C1 Congregate Nutrition Grant for 2023.
Thank you. Councilwoman DeYoung.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes the submission of a grant application with the Ocean County Office of Senior Services in the amount of $165,500 to help support the various programs and services offered by the staff at the Township Senior Services. Staff conduct intake, counseling, provide transportation, complete telephone wellness checks, develop plans for programs that increase mobility and physical activity, provide opportunities for socialization and recreation, and regularly perform outreach duties in the community. The Senior Center will also transition into a congregate site, hosting hot meals provided by Meals on Wheels.
Thank you. 4-6, please.
Authorize receipt of bid of janitorial services.
Council Vice President Crate.
This resolution authorizes the receipt of bids for janitorial services for Town Hall and other township properties. Thank you.
Thank you. 4-7, please.
Authorize rebid Affordable Housing Council.
Councilwoman Pontarera.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the township to rebid the request for proposals for affordable housing.
Thank you. 4-8, please.
Authorize rebid veterinary services.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the township to rebid the request for proposals for veterinary services.
Thank you. 4-9.
Authorize purchase and delivery of ambulance through Houston Galveston Area Council of Governments National Co-op.
Councilman Ambrosino, please.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the purchase and delivery of an ambulance to Southwest Ambulance Sales of Kennedale, Texas. The cost of the ambulance is $229,493 and will be purchased through a cooperative purchasing agreement with the Houston Galveston Area Council of Governments.
Thank you. 4-10, please.
Authorize towing license, PPTD LLC.
Councilwoman Zapsik.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes a towing license to PPTD located on Herbertsville Road. Land Use, Code Enforcement, and the Fire Bureau have inspected the licensees and found them in compliance, as has the Police Department. Thank you.
Thank you. 4-11, please.
Authorize mobile home park license 2023 Princeton Beach Estates Mobile Home Park.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the mobile home park license for 2023 to Princeton Beach Estates Mobile Home Park on Princeton Avenue.
Thank you. 4-12.
Thank you. 12A is 100% widow of DAV veteran, cancel and refund taxes of Block 1304.97, Lot 27. 12B are tax overpayments for the year 2021, Block 260, Lot 4. And 12C are tax overpayments for the year 2022, Block 324.05, Lot 1, and Block 260, Lot 4.
Thank you. This brings us to the end of the consent agenda. Open to council.
If I may?
Sure.
Thank you. I just noticed we have a lot of people in our audience today, and I thank you for coming tonight. I did want to comment on our memorandums of agreement and just really give a shout out to the groups that covers. If I forget anyone, I apologize, but I know we have vehicle maintenance, EMS, police, the dispatchers, our senior services, recreation, engineering, our clerical staff, our crossing guards, all of the people who make BRIC possible. Without you as our employees for the town, we really wouldn't have the great services that we have throughout the town. So I just wanted to take a moment to recognize the people who have come back this evening to hear this vote, and to thank you for all of your hard work and dedication to the Township of BRIC. So thank you.
Anybody else from council? Seeing none, close council. Open to public for questions on the resolutions. Yes, Mr. Finelli.
One question, 6%, is that over 4 years or is that 1 year on all the first three items?
Mrs. Bergen?
It's year one.
It's for one,
It's year one, yes.
and what are the other three?
The other three vary based on the bargaining unit. Would you like to know each one?
Yeah,
I'm happy to do it. PBA is 6, 5, 4, and 3.
the
Teams-
first one is 6, 5, 4, and 3?
That's correct.
Okay,
Teamsters Guards are 5, 5, 4, and 4. Teamsters Guards are 5, 5, 4, and 4.
I'm a little confused. Each one said it was 6%, you're starting with a 5%.
Yeah, the Teamsters Guards are at 5, so that's a clarification I'm making now.
See, you're losing me.
The Teamsters Guards is a subset. There's two Teamsters contracts. The Teamsters for supervisors are 6%, and the Guards are 5%.
5, 5, and 4?
Are you asking for the Guards, Mr. Finelli?
Number 2.
Number 2 of the Teamsters Guards, it is 5, 5, 4, and 4.
Okay, number 3?
Are the supervisors for the Teamsters? 6, 6, 5, 5.
6, 6, 5, 5?
That's correct.
That was not the answer I was hoping for. In the past, we've been giving out 3-year contracts, then we went to 4-year contracts, and the average salaries of increase was running around 3%, 3.5%. This seems very generous. Is there a reason?
Well, in the past, 2019, 20, 21, 18, cost of living was 2%. 2% or 3%, somewhere around that range. This year, the cost of living is 8.7%. So you have to make your contracts modified based on the cost of living increase.
8.7%? Are you using the number that Social Security is giving
Mhm.
out?
Correct.
8.7%?
Yes.
That's the cost of living, and that's what you're using?
That is the cost of living increase for 2023.
Okay.
And the 2022 cost of living was 5.9% when they were only getting 3%.
Still realize that that cost of living is for 1 year only,
I do.
but you're giving out 4-year raises.
And they've spent 2 years earning below the cost of living increase.
Yes, Mr. Sluka.
Okay, John Sluka, 950 Sylvia Court. Okay, the same area, 1, 2, and 3. As well as these things might be deserved, we got to know inflation up for the last 2 years is 15%. I don't care what the Social Security thing is. It's a small percentage of most of us people on fixed incomes. I hope we realize that people on fixed incomes do not get a raise. So their cost of living is up from 0 minus, according to the system you just used, to basically 15%. They're lower than they were, the people on fixed income. If they happen to have Social Security, they might have got a percentage of 15% on the Social Security, which is probably about 1/3 to 1/4 of all the money they got on fixed income. This town lives on most of our seniors. So a 0% increase on 40 or 50 or 60 or 70% of their income is much, much lower. Giving out the kind of money you just talked about, I mean, we should have basically did a 2-year contract if you feel they didn't get money that they deserved in the prior year. And like I said, they do a good job, and that's fine with me, but sound like a 4-year contract to me. And we don't, with a little luck, the incomes, the inflation rate drops. Will that be held for the future? That's all I want to make my comment on.
Thank you. Anybody else from public? Seeing none, close public, roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Zapsik.
Yes.
Councilwoman Deyoung.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontiero.
Yes.
Councilman Ambrose. Did not get this right tonight.
Yes.
Ambrosino. Vice President Crate.
Yes.
President Menachino.
Abstain number 2 and yes to the rest. This brings us to 413, please, a bill resolution.
No, I didn't. Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and the clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Computer bill resolution in the amount of $2,305,023.51.
Okay, a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council, open to public for questions on the bill resolution only. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Roll call. Sorry.
That's okay.
We were missing the first and second. Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Zapsik.
Yes.
Councilman Dion.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontiero.
Yes.
Councilman Ambrosino.
Yes.
Vice President Crate.
Yes.
President Minikino.
Abstain Teamsters and yes to the rest. Roll call.
No,
Oh,
we did
sorry.
not. We just finished.
Screw me. It's one of those days.
It's your last one.
I know. All right, we have an ordinance on a second reading, 5-1.
Creating Chapter 166, Electric Vehicle Charging Stations.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Thank you. This ordinance is being introduced after review and recommendation from the Township's Electric Vehicle Committee. The Township intends to install electric vehicle charging station locations on Township-owned property for use by owners of public and private electric vehicles. This ordinance establishes the ability to do so. Thank you.
Thank you. A motion and a second?
Second.
Thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Zapsik.
Yes.
Councilman Dion.
Yep.
Councilwoman Pontiero.
Yes.
Councilman Ambrosino.
Yes.
Vice President Crate.
Yes.
President Minikino.
Yes. Thank you. And this brings us to public comments.
Please note that each person addressing the council during each section of the meeting, during which public comment is permitted, shall limit his or her remarks to 5 minutes pursuant to Brick Township Administrative Code, Section 2-33B.
Thank you. Anyone from public, please? Yes, Mr. Stuka.
Okay, I am going to read my letter, hopefully 5 minutes. December 26th, John Sluka, 950 Sylvia Court. Dear Mayor Ducey, Council President Vincent Minikino, all brick councilmen and councilwomen, brick workers, and our residents as well. I guess we could all talk about the New Jersey Turnpike Authority's commissioners, how they are killing our citizens, our seniors, and our children, or we could actually do something about it and save the lives and health of our residents. It is easy to spend other people's money so that a politician can get elected, but how long do we have to wait to see a politician actually do something to save our citizens? On a national basis, we see other people's money being allocated and spent on such important items as resilience and equity and energy transition. $500,000 on a museum to tell stories about the Underground Railroad. Additionally, there's $750,000 of other people's money on changing the closed, 60-year closed Hawkinson Colored School number 107 into the Center for Diversity and Inclusion and Social Equity in Delaware. The Congress is also spending $500,000 on pool improvements for the YMCA's in New York so that African Americans and Hispanic children will not have to have lower abilities to swim. In the Senate, Massachusetts delegation added another $500,000 on other people's money to STEM students to study climate change. And let us not forget the $1.5 million of other people's money being spent to develop equitable growth of shellfish in Rhode Island. What's $3.5 million on other people's money in North Carolina to make a hiking trail named for Michelle Obama, or the $400,000 of other people's money for enhanced border security in Jordan, in Lebanon, in Egypt, in Tunisia, in Oman. But don't think that's just the federal government that loves to spend other people's money. In New Jersey, we create agencies that spend money and populate them with political hacks as payback for political donations. And it's also not done just on federal and state levels, but locally as well. In the state, we have agencies like the Armistead Commission, New Jersey Commission on Holocaust Education, the New Jersey Turnpike Authority Commission, and the New Jersey Racing Commission. And all those love to spend other people's money as well. Locally, you don't see a lot of excess here in Brick, spending of other people's money, but in agencies like the Cannabis Commission or the Boundary Commission, but you don't see a lot of pushback on the state or federal government commission that spend other people's money without local input. The politicians sure know how to spend other people's money, but when it comes to aiding the residents' health and saving the lives of local citizens, the agency looks at the political gain and money in their pockets first and foremost. Here in Brick, so little has been done to try to help the residents defeat the excess spending and uncaring thoughtlessness, inconsiderate views of the residents of Brick. Thousands of studies throughout the years have solidified the proof that toxins from cars, trucks, buses along major highways harm the residents, causing asthma, autism in children, causing COPD, heart attacks, lung and mouth cancers, and premature deaths in residents, but little ever gets done. Studies in the United States and abroad show the unfettered exhaust from cars cause air pollution, which causes increased hospitalizations, more emergency room visits, increased mortality and morbidity. Air pollution created on the Garden State Parkway by the actions of the New Jersey Turnpike Authority Commissioners is responsible for premature deaths each year. The threat is clearly visible, not only in Evergreen Woods, but in Greenbrier, Brick High School, Birchwood sections, Cherrywood, Primrose Gardens, Town Hall, and other areas. With that in mind, we need pollution, safety, and noise walls. We need thick brush, trees, and other forestation to maintain our health and our lives. The New Jersey Turnpike Authority Commissioner's assault on the people of Ocean County continues year after year. And so we want to take precautionary steps to stop this from happening. The commissioners are killing us all, along with your parents, your children, and your neighbors. Verbal and legal action needs to take place, and all representatives people need to stand up, speak out, and support the residents in the area. Theirs and your health and lives are at stake. Thanks for your time. I yield back 10 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else from public, please? Seeing none, close public. Mrs. Bergen?
I have nothing further, thank you.
Thank you. Mayor?
Thank you. I want to thank Joanne and Sarah and Mo for all the hard work that they put in for the union contracts over the past few months. It's been going on for many months. I'm sure it seems like longer to everybody who's involved on both sides, of course. You know, it's great to be able to come to an agreement and have this off of everybody's plate. Because there always is tension, you know, while the negotiations are going on, and you know, you never know where anything's going to fall, and what's important to every side and everything. But to finally come to an agreement, it just leads to peace here in the town. Obviously, our workers are awesome here, as Council Vice President Crate said earlier, and it's terrible financial times. Everybody knows, no matter what you're doing, whether you're a town, you're spending a lot more on gas, or whether you're a person on a fixed income, you're spending a lot more on gas and on everything else. Just keep using the gas as an example. I mean, electric's up, gas, you know, utilities are up, groceries, food, clothes. I'm sure a lot more people spent money, a lot more money on Christmas than they expected. And that affects everybody. So yeah, of course, it definitely affects seniors. Of course, it affects seniors, but it doesn't matter if you're working and you're 16 years old and you're paying for your own expenses, or if you're working or not working and you're 95 years old. You still, the cost of everything is expensive. And our workforce is just like everybody else. You know, people look at them, oh, you work for the town, you know, but everybody's, you know, the people are raising families, or they're taking care of illnesses, or they're just everybody's struggling to survive everywhere in this entire country right now, with all these prices and the interest rates and everything else totally out of control. So it's different negotiations. You know, the first number of years as I was mayor, maybe it seemed to be a little bit easier because things were a little bit better and people didn't have to deal with this, what we're dealing with now. Everything after COVID, supply chains, and it just gives excuses for things to be more expensive. So yes, costs are going up, and it's deservedly so as far as these salaries for all of the different unions we have in town and all of our different workers in town, no matter what position you have. And thank you to the council for acknowledging that and allowing us to go, higher than normal. And we have to. It's just the right thing to do. And thank you, each and every one of you, for your votes tonight. Have a happy New Year and be safe on New Year's Eve out there. Thanks.
Thank you. Mr. Starkey.
Just want to wish a happy New Year, everybody. That's all I have.
Thank you. Madam Clerk.
Just like to wish everybody a happy and safe New Year.
Thank you. Madam Secretary. Thank you. Councilman Albanese.
Happy New Year.
Councilwoman Zapsik.
I do have something I would like to share tonight. On December 9th, Mayor Ducey and I attended the DART Prevention Coalition of Ocean County's annual year-end celebration, along with Council President Minikino, Chief Riccio, BRIC PD officers from the Community Policing Division, and BMAC Coordinator Brandy White, along with members and advisors from our youth prevention coalitions in our schools. Each year, DART recognizes one town in Ocean County for their ongoing partnership and commitment to preventing and reducing substance use. And this year, DART recognized Brick Township with their Town of Excellence Award. Brick has been a partner of DART since their inception in 2009. In presenting the award, DART staff noted the many ways DART and Brick Township have collaborated over the years, including the installation of the permanent permanent prescription drop box at Brick Police Headquarters, creation and ongoing work of youth prevention coalitions in 2 Brick middle schools and 2 Brick high schools. This program has well over 100 student leaders participating each year to create positive change in their schools and communities. The program is also led by an amazing team of advisors from the schools that regularly run meetings and oversee strategies led by the students. The DART staff has partnered with the Brick schools to present on current drug trends during staff professional development days, partnership on events and strategies with the Brick Municipal Anti-Drug Coalition, BMAC, led by Brandy White, continued presence from the community policing officers under the direction of Chief Jim Riccio, and a municipal level ordinance passed in May of 2022 to require all servers of alcohol to be trained in responsible beverage server training. DART is able to provide the training for free to Brick servers and retailers. DART, BMAC, and Brick Police have developed an infrastructure to support the ongoing enforcement and training contained within this ordinance. DART's partnership with various resources in Brick has only been strengthened over the past several years. From the mayor and council to the Brick Police Department to the schools and other sectors across the community, there's a true sense of collaboration and commitment from everyone to create a safe and healthy environment for Brick residents and youth. I would just like to take a moment to acknowledge all of the different departments, different entities, different sectors of the community that have come together and contributed to this effort. It truly does take a village to raise our children and keep them safe, and it was very nice to have DART recognize Brick Township in this way. And with that, I will wish everyone a happy New Year. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman DeYoung.
Thank you. I too just would like to thank Joanne, Mo, and Sarah, and all of our other union leaders in town here for working so hard and diligent. I know it must not be a fun process to go through, but we always say that we have the best workers here in town, and we always ask you to do more with less. So thank you so much, and have a happy and safe New Year. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Ponterera.
Thank you. I did want to echo the sentiments expressed by Councilwoman Zapsik and Councilwoman DeYoung. Our workers in this township put forth such an effort, and I understand that when we're talking about any increases, it's extremely upsetting for those people who are on a fixed income or unable to have an increase in the cost of living. I think it's imperative for all of us to continue the efforts that is being made to increase the amount given on a monthly basis for Social Security and those persons living and reliant upon our government to assist. In addition, I've been asked to remind all of our residents that the food bank right now is in need of contributions. If you have it in your heart and in your budget, please remember those persons who can't afford to provide basic necessities to their families. Thank you and have a very blessed New Year.
Thank you. Councilman Ambrosino.
Thank you, Council President. It's been said multiple times already this evening, but I am in agreement, and I'd also like to explicitly thank the workers of Brick Township for the job that they do. It is absolutely the philosophy of this town council to be fiscally responsible, to constrain costs, to control tax increases. A very big part of that is the effective and efficient job that our township workers perform every day. It's not just the decisions of the town council that keep our costs low, it's the good work that they do that makes our town both run efficiently and effectively while keeping those costs low. And so I thank each and every one of them that have shown up here tonight and each and every one of them that do the job. And with that, I will say Happy New Year to everybody in town, everybody watching, to the rest of the town council.
Thank you. Council Vice President Crate.
Thank you. I'll just reiterate what I said before. Thank you again for coming out tonight. I'm happy that we were all able to vote and on these agreements and to provide a salary of dignity, really, for the workers who make everything possible in this town. Like, it just would not be possible without you. So thank you. And I'll say correctly this time, Happy New Year. I had it wrong last time. Happy New Year, and may all the best be coming for everyone in 2023.
Thank you. Do I need to say it again?
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. Really, truly. You guys do a great job. Ladies do a great job. This wouldn't be as easy it is if you guys weren't as good as you are. Really, it was a reflection. There was no doubt in our minds what you deserved. And again, we want to give you a fair living wage. And I believe that's the verbiage that I use when I talk about things like this. It's a fair living wage. And it was well deserved. There was no second guessing it. We had many conversations about it, and it was something that we all agreed to at the end. But thank yous all. I wanted to congratulate Lauren, the young lady that was here earlier. Thank you again. Congratulations. And our next meeting is January 3rd, 2023 at 7 p.m. It's a Tuesday night here. And Happy New Year, everybody. Be safe, okay? Thank you again. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.